we find ourselves, your lordships, where these 4 irregularities have been committed, which have been more than established. And considering the fact that this is not a criminal case, because a criminal case is pending with the CBI, that as far as those consequences are concerned, those will come. This is a matter now, how are we to balance all the equities, including what do we do with the 2016 selection, where these irregularities have come to light only 2 years after the selection has taken place. It was consequent to 1 or 2 writ petitions which were filed, in which this entire thing came out, where RTIs were filed, where the whole fraud had come to light. Now, since the fraud was discovered only 2 years hence, your lordships, then the Lazarus doctrine will again apply, and what has to be done going forward has to be seen, your lordships. As far as making a merit list is concerned, now we have to segregate tainted.
See, the difficulty is this.
Yes.
We don't have the original OMR sheets.
But CBI. Yes.
CBI says that the data with puncture pulsing matches with the data which they've been able to retrieve from deleted data from that. But still we can't authenticate and vouch for.
Yes, your lordship.
We can't authenticate and vouch for that this is the original one, because in the absence of the original mark sheets, the suspicion is now today, even to the extent whether these are the original mark sheets of the candidates.
Very well.
Whether these are original MOM data mark sheets of the candidates.
Very well.
Because so much is happening, there's so much bungling which has been done, such a large scale, vast scale. It's impossible to authenticate that.
I'll just respond to that, your lordships. Now, let us see what are the alternatives that we are faced with. The first alternative is what the High Court has done. You can cancel the entire selection. Now, your lordships, 2016 selections, there were candidates.
And in this case, not only the problem is that,
yes,
the problem is, one, we take the data as it is available in CSE, codate it.
Yes, your lordship.
Match it with the consequential data. That would have been, if that was so simple, it would have been done. But today, date and age, when we have doubt on even Pankaj Bansal's data because the original OMR sheets are not there, then what to do?
Yes, your lordship. So I'll answer that, because that has been deliberately done. The destruction is deliberate. Therefore, we have to go to the secondary evidence. So I'll just come to that aspect. But first, let us examine, your lordships, the option of cancelling the examination. What are the consequences of cancelling the examination? And balancing all persons.
You are not even selected.
Your lordships, I'm not.
I can understand somebody.
Got it.
One minute, please. Others who have got it wrongly can be knocked out.
They can be knocked out, but then, your lordships,
maximum case of the petition is knock them off. But don't pull down those who are not involved. But what you are asking for is step beyond that.
Your lordships are
and if delay in latches applies to the other side, in your case, delay in latches you completely out. What you are saying is, after you knock them off, whatever balance is left, please
yes,
please let us fall into
meritorious people.
How can but that
must be the meritorious people. I'm just proposing.
And in a case where the merit list is already exhausted, the time for merit list is already exhausted.
Bear with me, because your lordships, as your lordships have said, this is not a simple situation. There are too many complexities involved in this. So how do we put all those complexities together and come to some solution which will take the best, all the best options can be examined, your lordships. So this is what I'm putting to your lordships, that as far as knocking of the entire selection is concerned, there are 2 big consequences that arise out of it, which are not permissible under Article 40. First, your lordships, is that as far as the people who were meritorious have a substantive legitimate expectation to be considered, because here we are not at a point of time where where the case law with regard to you are on panel, you don't have a right to be appointed. But I have a right to be considered in accordance with my merit. So that right being a substantive right and substantive legitimate expectation, I can't be thrown out because SSC conducted it in a particular manner, did some ghapla here and there, your lordships. My valuable right, because my right to public employment is a very, very valuable right, your lordship, especially in the current economic circumstances. So given that fact, your lordships, everybody who falls into the merit list must be considered. Secondly, your lordships, if this whole selection goes, then what about the candidates who had appeared in the selection? Now, your lordships, we'll all be faced with an age bar. How do we then come with a systematic solution to that? If we are constrained by the age bar, now your lordships will see that there'll be new candidates who will come into the newly declared vacancies. So what does a fresh selection mean? A fresh selection means that you continue the process from stage 2, which is rule 12(6) onwards, you continue the process, because the people who had appeared in that selection must be the only people who should be considered for fresh selections, except the ones who are tainted people. The tainted people have to go out, your lordships, because the tainted people...
Understood. That argument is a little far-fetched, but understood.
Your lordships, it's not so far.
That's saying that only those people who had earlier appeared should be permitted to appear.
Lordships, then what, 2016, this is after 10 years. We are not talking of a situation...
Correct. Well, that's fine, but that's fine.
Ago, your lordships. Now, if we go for a...
That's always so when the merit list is exhausted.
Because, your lordships, the OMR mark sheets, as far as the OMR sheets are concerned, now, CBI, your lordships, has very categorically said that it has done all the data mining, it has done the metadata mining as well, and has come to the conclusion that these two, Harddisk and Pankaj Bansal's OMR sheets match. So whatever OMR sheets are contained in that, suppose there are say 100 OMR sheets which are not contained in that. So forget those OMR sheets, there has to be some collateral damage. Your lordships, we are willing to take that collateral damage. But all the OMR sheets which are there on the Pankaj Bansal drive should be, a merit list should be made out with that, and the process should start from there. That is my humble submission for your lordships. And I have one more thing to say, your lordships, because this is not a problem just arising in this matter, your lordships. Now, this is with regard to recruitments, which are running into thousands and lakhs of people, your lordships. This is as an officer of the court, I'm just submitting to your lordships, because there are several...
There's one thing, for the CBI, you have concluded that field. Just tell us, probably what was the total number of recruitment made in the 4 posts?
Total number is
20. We have a chart.
Mr. Jaideep Gupta, how many were total number of appointments in each of the posts?
around 25,000.
Total appointments.